And welcome to tonight's stream of ANZ Combined Racing League's Formula One 2002 Championship. We are at Monaco and we've just started qualifying. Joining myself in the comms booth is Mitch. Welcome, Mitch. Yeah, no, definitely will be. I'm just looking quickly through the championship standings at the moment as we're heading into round 5, and McFly is currently leading the championship on 26 points. He's had a good couple of runs, 2 wins from McFly, back-to-back wins. Can he make it a third, and can he make it one for the Triple Crown? We've got Magic in second with 20 and Mika the Kid holding down third place in the championship. So let's hop on through and have a look at how qualifying is going here at Monaco. Currently on board CMD Cirrus. What's your predictions for the race, Mitch? Very tricky track with concrete barriers all over the place. Little room for any errors. The chance of hitting a wall is very high at Monaco, and yeah, it's gonna come down to what's going on. What's happening at the front end, and who's going to keep it clean? Hey, T-Bone, you can't hear Mitch, you say? It's, let me have a look. You still there, Mitch? Okay, sweet. I am looking into it real quick, as for some reason Discord is not coming through. Don't know why. You still there, Mitch? Okay, sweet. Sorry, I'm just checking and making sure we can get you through on the broadcast. I don't know why. Don't know why it's not coming through. And that has killed the sound.
Oh,
I can hear you now, Mitch, but the
Yep.
sound of the game is gone.
Yep, that's weird.
Yeah, it's so for some reason it showed it had a update. So let me have a look quick and see if I can add it back in. Which for some reason I can't. Okay, bear with me 1 second, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
And we are back. All right, we are back live, Mitch. I'm pretty sure you should be coming through as well.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry for that, folks. Bit of technical issues.
Yeah.
It's a pity, but it is back live, and we are at the pointy end of the qualifying with 50 seconds to go. We'll fly on the front row, as we did expect. That Renault is just on fire. Magic with a great P2. At the moment, he's on his last flyer now as well. We've got Mitchy 186. He's put it on P3 at the moment with a slim margin over Captain Parallax, who's currently in pit lane, so that could still change. CMD Ceres in P5. Awesome stuff, T-Bone. Thanks for that, mate. Glad we could resolve those little issues real quick. Just Twitch being Twitch, a bit of audio issue, back up, resolved, and we are in it. Mick of the Kid, P6, Christopher Razor, who loses his rear wing through the tunnel, and that is a big incident for him. Hopefully he's just pulled it out of the way, as I think that is McFly coming through. He's comfortably in pole at the moment. Scar 666, P9, Jay Barrett. He's on his last push lap. Let's see if he can push it up the field slightly. Making those apexes perfect. Tricky set of corners, these couple next ones. Oh, a bit of a lock up into second last corner. That's going to hurt his time. Maybe he can just pull something out of the bag. And that is it, qualifying over. So we've got McFly P1, Magic Mask P2, and Mitchy P3. That's running up the podium on qualifying. So first row is going to be very interesting going into turn one. With just about a half a second margin over the field, McFly has really pushed out that margin. Hey, Mitch.
Yeah. Um. 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 And because it's Monaco, a lot of the drivers would just be looking to get through the first couple corners safely, as Monaco is a very tight track.
Yeah, that is for sure. It's make or break on turn one, lap one. That is, it can very, very quickly go sideways and end the race. So we've got lighting the grid. This is going to be an interesting opening lap from McFly and Magic. McFly's definitely got the inside line. He's on the perfect position. Opening up this race, and this forms now part of the Triple Crown for ANZCRL since last year, when we had Dado and Christopher Razor battling it out for the win. The McLaren of Dado and the Williams of Christopher Razor. And last year on the first Monaco Triple Crown, it was separated at the line by only 3.1 seconds, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very tight fight here as well. It's a long, grueling race. 78 laps around Monaco is going to be grueling. Orange Arrow, McLaren, West, Sky and the Orange Arrow, Jay Barrett and Minardi, Ashley Coetzee, old Lucky Strike
Also another good iconic livery. Jaguar driven by Woody Lizard. And John Wade rounding up the rear of the field. We should be seconds away from race start. Here we go. Ooh, big slide. But we've got McFly closing that window and leading it into turn one. It seems like everybody's gotten through safely through turn one, as Magic, Mitchie, CMD0s, Captain Parallax, Christopher Razor, Dado Racer, Mika the Kid, Scar, Jay Barrett, Ashley Kutcher, Woody Lizard, and John Wade take on 78 laps of Monaco. Everybody safely through. That's what we want to see. 1 second margin over Magic. McFly already pulling out a bit of a lead, and we've got Christopher Razor, shortcutting the track. Him and Data Racer had a magnificent race last year in the first Monaco, the first running of the Triple Crown.
These drivers have done well to get off the line safely.
Yeah, they definitely have made a great effort coming off the line, and that's rounding lap one. McFly with a nice 1.8 second margin over Magic already as we head into lap two. Coming down to the hairpin. This is a bit of a lockup, But look at that three-car battle for P3 as Mitchie, CMD Zeros, and Captain Parallax.
Wizard, if you want to make a pass, on the on this track, the tunnel would probably be one of those places drivers would be looking to overtake.
Yeah, definitely will. Oh, and we've got a bit of Mitchie just clipping the wall. And CMD Zeros just taking that advantage. And now he's got Captain Parallax all over the rear wing. Yeah, T-Bone, that means an Indy 500 race is incoming. We've got
Yeah,
the Monaco GP, the Le Mans 24 or 2.4, and we have the Indy 500.
yeah, 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 yeah. The Indy 500 should be a good race.
It's always a very good race. I personally am looking forward to Le Mans this year. I've competed in it a few times here at ANZCRL. Ooh, and we've got a lockup by Mitchie coming in to the chicane there. Yeah, I've had a couple of Le Mans and I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be back in my trusty Porsche GT3, hoping to get the win, as we've had a second place before.
Yeah,
And I've just missed out on the win, so I'll definitely be hunting that win at Le Mans.
yeah,
Ashley Kutcher
yeah,
all over the back of Sky here, and
yeah.
he's getting some pressure from Woody Lizard as well and Jaguar.
the the field has opened up a bit. There's not that many battles at the moment.
Well, we definitely have Christopher Reyes and Dado Racer all over each other at the moment.
Yeah,
They are locked in a close little battle here. Very even lap times, and this just takes them back, going back 365 days to last year, and having this fight to the line with Dado just
yeah,
taking the win,
yeah.
holding off Christopher Razor.
But but um uh, but a couple of the cars from ninth down are pretty close.
Yeah, they are pretty close. McFly has pulled a massive 7-second margin, considering this is Monaco. 7 seconds over P2, and Monaco is a brilliant, nice little breathing margin that he's got, and he would like to open up that margin just slightly more towards Pit 1. I highly doubt they'll be doing this race 78 laps without doing a double pit stop. Very close from McFly there on the wall.
But but Ashley is all over the back of Scar at the moment.
Yeah, he is all over the back, but he's got Woody Lizard that, oh, Woody just locking up. I hope he's kept it off the wall. That's a very dangerous section to put it in. Let's hope he's still got his front wing. Yes, he does. But that has cost him. That's cost him about 6 to 8 seconds on this lap. Mitchie still in P5 at the moment after dropping down from P3. CMD Cero's moving up into that third place podium spot. And he's got Captain Parallax hunting him down.
Yeah, 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 yes, and Commander Series would be after the podium after coming so close in round 3.
Yeah, that is for sure. He is after that podium finish for sure. These cars just sound so amazing around here. This really takes me back a
Yeah.
couple of years when these V10s were screaming around in real life. Ooh, and that is Dado. Mitchie. Oh, Mitchie's got some rear wing damage, it seems. Seems
Yes,
he's gone into the wall. Let's hope that damage isn't too significant and he can make it around safely. Very great sportsmanship from Mitchie, getting out of the way of the cars coming up on him. Obviously, with
yeah,
damage, he's not going to have the downforce he would want. That is great driving by Mitchie, keeping it out of the
yeah,
way. Seems he's got some significant damage actually there. And that's what we want to see. Nice clean passes. Although we've
yeah.
got some severe damage, let's hopefully that's not too significant. Pit stop. Maybe just a rear wing swap and back at it.
Let, let's hope he can get back to the pits safely.
Yes.
And he does.
Yeah, we're back on at the fight between Captain Parallax and CMD Cirrus. That Williams is keeping that McLaren at bay as at the moment, as
Yeah.
the lap times are so close between these two, considering the battle that they are having on track. So, Mitch, you've recently jumped onto iRacing.
Yes, I have.
How are you finding iRacing so far?
Yeah, 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 good. I just can't wait to get out of Wookiees because Wookiees is such a mess.
Yeah, no, that is for sure. Rookies are definitely a a mess. Takes a while to get out of it once you get your licenses up, and that I rating and safety rating up. You will start seeing some better lobbies.
Yeah.
Captain Parallax is all over the rear of that Williams.
And we've got John Wade in pit lane. I hope he hasn't hit the track or a corner somewhere. But we've got Ashley Kutchy putting some pressure here on Jay Barrett.
Yeah,
All of a sudden,
yeah,
we've got a couple of battles all over the field.
yeah, 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 the Wizards surprisingly, that we are getting a couple battles here at Monaco.
Yeah, we're only at lap 9 of 78, and yeah, the field is. They've spread out, but they are still hard in the fight for any position.
Yeah,
Got Mitchie in pit lane again, unfortunately. Seems his outlap has not worked for him. Dado is slightly backed off on Christopher Razor. Maybe just cooling down his tires a bit, and Christopher Razor locks up.
our, as we have commanded series has, um, it's just, chomping away at that gap between him and Magic Mash.
Yeah, he can see the rear. Oh, excuse me. He can see the rear of the Panasonic Toyota Racing F1 team, and he will be closing down that margin as quickly as he can, and see if he can get up to P2 and chase down McFly, who's got a 13-second margin over the field at the moment.
Yeah, 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 but McFly is just continuing the momentum that he has had the past 2 rounds.
That is for sure. He's looking at a great round, and could be a hat trick of wins. Ooh, lighting up the rears a bit,
Yeah,
coming out of the final corner.
but, uh, but, but he's Captain Parallax went on the bag of Commander Series.
Yeah, and we've got Ashley Kutchy and Jay Barrett in an intense little battle as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Or, so as Commander Series goes up
Up to
to Second.
P2? What has happened to Magic? Has Magic got damage or did he just run wide? He's locked up locking up into the Nouvelle chicane, so let's see if he can get back at it. We've
But
got 11 cars remaining. I believe we've lost someone.
yeah,
I
yes, I believe we have lost someone.
Yeah, it's Mitchie 186. Unfortunately, we've lost him from the race. Maybe the damage on the car was not repairable, and he's unfortunately had to retire the car. But McFly is, as the name says, he's flying.
Yeah,
13.8.
yeah, yeah. As we are going on to lap 14 now, um, and McFly has a 19-second lead over Captain Parallax, which has been able to overtake the Williams of Commander Series to get into P2.
Yeah, definitely. That's been a great charge by Captain Parallax, and he's extended that margin to about 2.5 seconds. I'm pretty sure Commander Ceres will definitely be pushing hard to get back up to P2, and he's also
Yeah,
got Magic coming back at
Max.
him as well, because Magic would be furious at himself for, um, I can only assume, was a lockup and running wide.
Yeah,
Christopher Razor and Dado are still at it as well. They haven't swapped positions, but they've stayed where they are, and that margin is very even at the moment.
yeah,
And Mika the Kid, the lone Ferrari tonight, as Gambit unfortunately couldn't make tonight's race. Lone Ferrari running a little bit on his own, but he is having a solid race as well. That's all that you want to do, is keeping it on black stuff, keeping it off the walls, and having that constant pace.
yeah, yeah, yeah. As the gap between um Jay Barrett and Ashley has opened up.
Yeah, yeah, a margin of just over 5 seconds between Ashley and Jay Barrett. One of Jack has had a moment there in the Minardi. They are getting onto lap 15 already, so those tires would be warming up as we see Ashley Kutcher just locking up. Those tires are definitely going to start taking some beatings around here at Monaco. And considering the lap times that these guys have been doing, they've really been pushing really hard early in this race. As we've got Data Racer in pit lane.
that only tells me that those tires are definitely not lasting as long as they would have hoped, maybe, or just from all the battles that they've been having so early on in the race, it's hurt those tires a bit. Datto's still in pit lane. This is a long stop. Might be needing some fuel, new set of fresh rubber, and then getting back out there. Got Woody Lizard now up to P9 in the Jaguar. He's chasing down the Minardi of Jay Barrett.
Yeah.
Very good laps there by Woody Lizard.
As the gap between Captain Parallax and Commander Series has opened up a little bit.
Yeah, it's now up to a 7 second margin. And the margin back to McFly as well. My apologies, Magic. McFly still sitting at a comfortable 18-19 second lead. But that lead is definitely stabilized as Captain Parallax and McFly are doing very similar lap times at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, yes, which, which, McFly is doing a really good job on keeping the command of this race.
Yeah, it definitely is.
There's a couple of gaps that have really opened up now. These guys are starting to run their own race here, and I think strategy will be coming into play then. You know, when do you pit? As we see Jay Barrett putting into pit lane on lap 17.
Yeah, 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 yes, strategy would be a big thing, as it was pointed out earlier that a couple of the drivers could be sharing pit boxes.
Ah, interesting here, yeah. Ashley Kutchy's still running a good little race as well. He's got a 8 second margin over to make up between him and Mika the Kid in the Ferrari. The lucky strike by Honda. Him and John Wade are in a team, and I'm pretty sure those Hondas will be looking at making their way up the field as well.
Yeah, 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 but, 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 there's a nice healthy gap between the, field, now. So strategy is definitely coming into play now.
Yeah, definitely will be. And we can see that margin between McFly and Captain Parallax, it's not changing at the moment. The margin has kind of stayed where it is, as we can see Woody Lizard in the background. So he's been just passed by McFly, who's still on a very good charge here.
Like, actually, mm, looking at the grid, we have lost a couple more, mm, mm, more because I think we started the race with like 14 drivers.
I think we had 13, and let's see, we've still got. We've lost Mitchie, that we do know. We've lost Mitchie.
Yep.
Dado, Jay Barrett, John Wade, Woodless, Asikochi, Meka, Christopher Razor, Magic, Timothy Cirrus, Parallax, McFly. Yeah, I think we've lost someone else.
Yeah.
And we've got Magic in pit lane. And that's it. Toyota Racing back out at it, back on track. He's running P5 at the moment, and he's come in just behind Christopher Razor. So will we be seeing a nice little spicy battle coming up here between Christopher Razor and Magic? Let's hope it will excite the field a bit.
Yeah.
Still a very long way to go. Lap 21 of 78.
Yeah.
West McLaren of Dado Racer. And that's a 169 by Dado. Yeah, last year he was running at the front of the field, but the F1 Championship is very tight this year with a lot of good drivers and some very fast drivers as well.
Yeah, 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 yes, with that gap between Magic and Christopher Razor has definitely calmed down. So hopefully we will get a battle here.
Yeah, well, Magic on a nice little fresh set of tires, so that extra grip will definitely be helping his pace as he just puts a move on Christopher Razor, and he makes it stack back up to P4, and he is on a charge at the moment.
Yeah,
Oh,
as me got the kid has
We've got a
has
lot of cars in pit lane.
the armor, and this is the point in the race where strategy will be coming into effect.
Yeah, definitely will be, as we've got Mika and Jay Barrett in pit lane. Mika the kid is out. He's coming up just ahead of Dado, and I'm pretty sure we just saw Jay Barrett in pit lane a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
I believe that's a second stop for Jay Barrett. And now we have...
Like, as Christopher Wazer is trying to hunt down Magic Mash again.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be... and we've got actually Kutchi in pit lane as well. It's these guys on the fresher rubber that will definitely be pulling out some mega laps, especially with that extra grip. This pit lane is a bit whack at the moment. And that's Mika the Kid in pit lane. And CMD Cirrus as well.
Make, make, make,
That,
Make the kid back in Kid Land. So wonder what's going on there.
yeah, I wonder if there's been some pit stop errors, or did he lose it? Well, we've got still McFly out at the front with a 22-second margin
Yeah,
over Captain
yeah,
Parallax, and he
yeah,
is yet to pit.
yeah, 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 so, so at the moment, the lead of McFly looks to not be challenged, and I think Captain Parallax still has the pit as well.
Yeah, I believe Captain Parallax as well has to pit, as well as McFly. They're the only two out on track that have not yet pitted.
So
So they're running a long strategy and obviously managing those tires.
it's 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 but 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 whatever strategy McFly is doing, it's working out to his in his favor.
Yeah, definitely is working in his favor. And what really impresses me about McFly's driving is he can seriously manage those tires on every race thus far. McFly has really been able to manage his tires very well. I mean, he's gone 26 laps on this set. Now I'm wondering if
Uh,
that um, hit that we saw on the barrier was a
as
real hit.
as as this will be very close coming out of pit lane, but Captain Parallax comes in as well.
Yeah, they are following each other's strategy here, and McFly back out at the lead of the race after having a 22-second margin over Captain Parallax. Now, McFly's pit stop seemed very quick. Now, I wonder if he fueled a lot of fuel, or is he gonna do a short stint, get onto some fresh rubber again, and fuel it to the end? As we've got Captain
Yeah,
Parallax out of pit lane, but that margin is increased to 25 seconds.
yeah,
We've got a nice... Oh, Christopher Razor making it past Magic. We've missed that, but that was a nice little... it's that margins, I saw it creeping down, and we've got Christopher Razor past Magic. Now, as we've got CMD Cirrus back into P3. And I believe we've lost someone else at the moment. We've
yeah,
lost our lone Ferrari, it seems.
yeah.
Mika the Kid is out of the race.
So, so we are down to 10 cars.
10 cars, that is for sure. And we've still got 50 laps remaining. So the field has definitely changed a lot since we started this on lap 1. We've got McFly in P1, Captain Parallax P2, Cirrus up to P3, Christopher Razor P4. His Challenger Data Racer at the moment in P7, Woody up to P6, and if I'm not mistaken, we saw Woody qualify, I think it was P9, P10? Thinking back, as we've got Magic in pit lane.
Yeah.
A lot of movers and shakers at the moment. There's still a long way to go, and yeah, a lot is happening all of a sudden.
And as Woody Lizard is coming in for a shot.
Yeah, Woody Lizard in pit lane as well.
with 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 Magic Master still in the pit, so I wonder if he has picked up a little bit of damage.
Could be a little bit of damage here, maybe a longer strategy as well, getting in some more fuel.
But but uh but uh McFly is still out the front of the grid.
He is, yes. McFly is at the front with a 27.5-second margin. He's opened that that lead up a bit.
Yeah, 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 so the pit strategy they have done down at Bueno has really done McFly some a favor so far in this race.
Yeah, those margins has really opened up quite a bit. The only real battle that I can see out on track at the moment is CMD Ceres and Christopher Razor. But we've got Dado back up to P5 right behind his nemesis, old Christopher Razor.
Sorry, we don't know who he is.
Yeah, 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 let's go on on board on board with a lap with McFly just to see how close these cars get to the walls.
Yeah, as I believe this is... Who's he coming up? Is that Jay Barrett? Yes, that is the Minardi of Jay Barrett, just letting him pass. Excellent work.
That's another great lap by McFly. It's my favorite part of the race must be the tunnel, just that screaming V10 through there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That swimming V10 has to be my favorite part of this race as well.
Yeah, great hearing that that V10 running through the tunnel, and watching McFly coming through here. He's taking a bit of a different line than the majority, um, as he takes a bit of a different line coming down the hill where everyone else just misses those bumps. Even me personally, when I drive at Monaco, I try and avoid that little bump in the coming down the hill, and he just straight lines right through it. And we've lost someone else. Who have we lost? We've got 9 cars remaining. Have we lost Magic? I
Yeah,
believe we have lost Magic.
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 Oh no! Well, I hope that was not a disconnect.
Yeah.
I believe something has happened to Magic just jumping on board his stream at the moment, and it seems he had to retire the car. He's come through the tunnel, and it seems something has happened, and he's unfortunately had to retire the car. That's a pity coming in. He's on lap 33 and unfortunately had to retire. So it is still McFly in the lead with a hefty 32-second margin over Captain Parallax. CMD0's in P3, still on the lead lap. Christopher Razor, I believe, is still on the... And is that Christopher Razor that I saw there at turn 1? Yes, it seems it was. Just a lockup, running slightly wide. Nine cars remaining with just about halfway. We're heading into halfway into this race. Still CMG0 sitting P3, rounding out the podium, and he is coming up on one of the lapped cars. That seems to be Dado. Am I correct in saying that is Dado? It's a pity we've lost Magic. Wonder if he had some mechanical failure or maybe some hardware error. Pity to see him drop out after having a good little race and moving it up the field. Oh, we have a caution out on track.
Yeah, caution.
Full course yellow, it seems.
Anyone that comes up to the safety car that's not in the lead can pass.
We've got safety car. We've got a safety car.
I'm just going to do it right now, so it's okay. No penalty.
So we have a safety car out on track. This is going to bunch up the field. This is going to make it a nice little fight for position, and all lapped cars are able to pass the safety car on the safety car procedure. So we'll have our lapped drivers taking advantage and getting those laps back. Getting a couple of pit stops out of the way as well, as we can see. As we've got McFly currently the only car behind the safety car. I believe Ashley Kutcher should be able to pass under safety car procedure. He should have a message pop up to say pass. I could be wrong, depending on I think the lapped driver. Sarah's still in pit lane, dropping down to P6 at the moment. But taking the safety car pit reduces your pit stop time significantly. So this could play into his favor if he can get out of pit lane ahead of the safety car.
As we have Ashley's car defending P6 with his tires not even on the track.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of a net code. Possibly just had a slight little glitch on his connection to the server, but he's still out there. Doesn't seem like it's affecting anybody at the moment. But yeah, this is going to bunch up the field. This is going to give us a nice little fight again. It's got a bit of a mixed field at the moment. Couple of lapped cars in between. And I'm pretty sure we should have seen a couple more of the lapped drivers getting waved by. So CMD Ceros that was running P3, currently P6. Just behind Data Racer. The guys that pitted, they will be flat out at the moment running around the track, trying to catch up to the back of the pack. Safety car lights off, safety car into pit lane. That gives McFly the lead of the race, and off they go. We've got a couple of cars getting out of the way. That's great to see.
As at the moment, we only have 2 cars on the current lap. As it says on the timing screen, as Christopher Weather is 1 minute and 24. behind.
Yes, it seems we've got 2 cars still on the lead lap, McFly and Captain Parallax. And that margin has opened up, back up to 334 seconds. So great jump by McFly from the green light after the 3 laps behind the safety car. And we've got Christopher Razor, Woody Lizard, Dado all together. They seems that they will be battling for position as Dado all over the back of Woody Lizard's Jaguar here in the West McLaren. And we've got Ashlyn Kutcher in pit lane. CMG Ceres will be looking to close that 8-second margin up to Dado. Couple of guys locking up. G'day mate, how's it? Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. We're just on lap 39 of 78 at of the Monaco GP. Oh, we've got Woody Lizard and both Dado just running slightly off. CMG Ceres is closing down that margin as well to the back of Dado Racer. As we see Woody and Dado fighting over P4 at the moment. Dado is all over the back of that Jaguar's rear wing.
As we have just as we are just halfway through this race.
Yeah, we've just hit that halfway mark. We're 2 laps in, and yeah, this little safety car has definitely spiced up this little field, which makes it interesting and makes it a bit more nail biting here towards the end as we round out the 78 lap Monaco GP. Ashley Kutcher back out. CMG Ceres 115.9. He is pushing at the moment 5 seconds off the back of Woody Lizard as Dado Racer has gotten past Woody, taken P4.
Yeah.
Woody all over the back of Dado here. Definitely not going to let him get out of his sight. McFly opening up that margin almost nearly 10 seconds over Captain Parallax at the moment. Ooh, running it slightly wide there by Dado. As we see CMG Ceres just in the background there. He is definitely on a charge at the moment. Just 4 seconds off Christopher Razor. So Dado and Christopher Razor back at it. As we see Dado also not avoiding that little bump in the road as Woody Lizard again, he avoids it at all cost. Similar driving line to what I do when I'm at Monaco as well in these Formula One cars.
Yeah.
Oh, McFly with a big slide. He is pushing a bit harder than he should. But as we can see, Captain Parallax and McFly running very similar lap times at the moment. McFly with a 13.8 and previous lap with a 14.1. Still a second, just over a second margin between Dado and Woody Lizard as CMD Ceres has closed up that margin quite a bit. He's just about 2.5 seconds off the back of Woody Lizard at the moment. Got Jay Barrett in pit lane. And only a second margin between Dado and Woody. Woody is all over the back of that West McLaren of Dado. As we see CMD Ceres in the background just closing that margin ever so slightly lap by lap. I believe that was Ashley Kutchie that McFly just got past, giving him a nice little opening as a lapped driver. And McFly still in command of this race after 45 laps. And now the strategy will come in because as we know, McFly did not pit under safety cars. So is he going long? Is he going to try to open up that margin to again over 20 seconds so that when he pits, he can still have control of this race? Now we've got Dado Racer dropping down to P6 and CMD Ceres just ahead of him. So did Dado have a lockup? Oh no, we've got Dado into the wall. That's gonna be some damage. He's gonna have to pit and get that repaired. CMD Ceres now 4 seconds behind Woody Lizard. So that Williams will be pushing as well to get to the back of the Jaguar. And that's another lap by McFly in command of this race. .1 seconds off his best lap. Captain Parallax coming through. Christopher Razor, Woody Lizard, CMD Ceres. As we have Dado Racer currently in pit lane after a bit of a mistake, putting his West McLaren into the wall with some damage. Still running in P6 at the moment. Ashley Kutchie, John Wade, and Jay Barrett seems to have had to retire the car. That's very unfortunate for Jay Barrett. is having a very good race up to this point. Let's hope they can. Yeah, it seems we have lost Jay Barrett. That leaves 8 cars remaining.
Yeah.
And we're in 47 of 78 laps. We've got 30 laps remaining after McFly crosses the line. 48 out of 78, 30 to go, and we've got 8 cars remaining. 2 on the lead lap, McFly and Captain Parallax. Christopher Razor rounding out the podium in P3. Woody Lizard up to P4. That is a great result for Woody Lizard. Starting on the second last row of the grid. CMD Cirrus P5. Data Racer P6. Another lap down, unfortunately, after that incident that he had. And then we have the 2 bar Hondas rounding out the back of the grid. Christopher CMD Cirrus moving up past Woody Lizard. So now there's a roughly 10-second margin between Christopher Razor and CMD Cirrus. So will we see a little charge here towards the end? You still there, Mitch?
Yeah.
Cool. Just double checking.
So still McFly in the lead of the race with a 16.9 second margin over Captain Parallax. Christopher Razor holding down P3 with CMD Cirrus in P4 chasing down that final podium spot. What is your predictions here, Mitch? What do you think?
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to have P3? Because at the moment, I think McFly has currently got it in hand. He's got
Yeah.
a healthy margin over P2.
Yeah. 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 Well, Christopher Razor has a nice 12-second lead over Commander, so the the so I have to say Christopher Razor.
I've got my money on the Williams. I think I think Cirrus might just be able to pull something out of the bag here, bring it home, and with a nice little 20, well, we've got 27 laps remaining. He might be able to close down that margin. Looking at the lap times, oh, very similar from Christopher Razor as well. as we've got John Way just getting out of the way there for our leader of the race, McFly. But the lap times seem to be tumbling. Now, are we getting to the end of these stints of tyres as well? As we've got Sarah's in pit lane. So here comes the strategy in play. Like I have mentioned before, is are those tyres starting to wear? Is the fuel running low? And we've
Yeah.
got another 20-second margin again by McFly. So if we look at his previous strategy, he had a 22.5-second margin over P2 when he pitted. "26 laps remaining." Zero's back out, so he'll be fueled and gripped up to the end with Woody Lizard back into P4. And now we've got Christopher Razor in pit lane. So those final pit stops are definitely coming into play now. Christopher Razor back out after his pit stop, still in P3 with a 3-second margin over Woody Lizard. And we've got McFly in pit lane, so let's jump on board Captain Parallax so we can see if this margin has been enough. Or are we going to see the West McLaren dive into pit lane as well? Oh, we have Captain Parallax pushing on. So are we going to have... We
Oh,
are going to have a spicy little battle here for the lead of the race. This is the closest margin we've had for probably
so
about
far
50
in
laps.
this race.
So we know we've got McFly on fresh rubber, so he'll have all the grip in the world at the moment. But McFly on a lighter tank, will he have fueled to the end on his final stop, or does he still need to stop? That is the question. Just got about a 1-second margin between the two of them. And McFly will need a lap to get those tires up to pressures.
Oh, again, the other driver we lost was G-Dude.
I don't believe... I can't
Yeah,
recall seeing G-Dude in the race tonight,
yeah,
actually.
yeah, yes, because up in the corner, it has where G-Dude was making a hit shot.
Oh, okay. Well, we still have 8 drivers in at the moment, with Ashley Kutcher in pit lane. I'm only assuming that is his final stop of the night. As Christopher Razor still got a 4-second margin over Woody Lizard. .2-second margin back up for McFly as Ashley Kutcher still in pit lane. That has cost McFly slightly, and we've got John Boy just getting out of the way there for Captain Parallax, and Woody Lizard still chasing down Christopher Razor with 5 seconds, so he should be able to just see the back of that Orange Arrow's rear wing. A lengthy pit stop here for Ashley Kutcher. So I can only assume he's had some type of damage. MJ Ceres just about 10 seconds off the back of Woody Lizard. Christopher Razor doing a phenomenal job here towards the end of the race. Back up to P3. Rounding out the podium at the moment. Ashley Kutcher back out, and we've got Woody Lizard, we've got the Jaguar in pit lane at the moment, so that'll be his final stop of the night. Quick splash and dash, maybe a new set of rubber, and we've got CMD Ceres now back up to P4. So what will the margin be between Woody Lizard and Dado Racer? Healthy margin between Woody and Dado, so Woody will be comfortably sitting in P5 at the moment, and he's got a... Ooh, did we see Ceres just clip the wall? Running comfortably in P4 at the moment.
Shit.
2.8 second margin between Captain Parallax and McFly. My question is still, will Captain Parallax need to pit to get him to the end of this race?
You have loose.
Oh no, we see Woody in pit lane, damage on the rear of that Jaguar at the moment. Not what we want to see here towards the closing laps of this race. Woody is back out, hopefully and there we see, right behind, we see Dado Racer. So it could have a nice little spicy battle here towards the end as well.
We've got Christopher Razor in pit lane. CMD Ceres back up to P3. Oh, we've lost Christopher Razor. We've lost Christopher Razor. Mitch,
Yep.
that's an unfortunate end to Christopher Razor's race. Now, was that a disconnect?
Was that damage that he unfortunately had to retire the car? So McFly with a 3.2 second margin over Captain Parallax, Ashley Kutcher, John Wade still in it, Data Racer hunting down the back of Woody Lizard, and we've got CMD Ceres currently in P3. So 5-second margin between Dado and Woody. So hopefully we'll see a nice little push from Dado and getting back up to the rear wing of the Jaguar.
.8 seconds, the margin over P1 and P2. Couple of unfortunate disconnects here tonight, and retirements. Not what we want to see in these races, but they do happen, unfortunately. We're down to a grid of 7 cars remaining, and we've got 18 to go. Nice little margin back up for McFly. He can run on a very consistent pace at the moment, comfortably in the lead. Previous lap was 2 seconds over Captain Parallax, but was that any lapped traffic in the way? I think it's time for a lap on board the Williams in P3. What do you think, Mitch?
Yeah.
Let's have a look on Commander Ceres navigating Monaco. It's great hearing these engines roar around Monaco again. Navigating the very tricky corners of Monaco. Little to none room for error on this track, as we see CMD Ceres navigating it perfectly at the moment. And heading into my favorite part of the track, the tunnel. It just echoes that V10. And that's a lap around Monaco on board the Williams BMW of CMD Ceres. Data Race is still in it as well, P5, and the 2 bar Hondas rounding out the field of John Wade and Ashley Kutcher. The only team currently still on track. Yeah, that's true. Forbidden, that is definitely a true noise we will probably never hear back in Formula One. the new Formula One 2024 cars just they do not excite a person with the sound coming through Monaco or around any track. Got a nice little 10-second margin between Woody Lizard and Dado. I think we are getting to the pointy end of this race, and I think our grid is set, but anything can still happen. It is Monaco for any. And as we see our race leader getting it slightly wrong as well. So yeah, it's still, what do they say? It's not over until the fat lady sings. Captain Parallax, West McLaren. Just look at the speed of these cars around this tight little street circuit that is Monaco.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And the chrome liveries of the McLarens are possibly my favorite liveries in the history of F1.
Oh yeah, I'm a Ferrari man. I might not love the color red personally. I won't really paint my own car red, but when it comes to Ferrari, that has been my preferred team in Formula One. And
Yeah.
at the moment, I'm a bit of a McLaren man myself. At the moment, I'm loving seeing those orange McLarens up there, putting it on
Yeah.
the podiums, and
Yeah,
nice little young driver field that they've got.
yeah,
And next year is definitely going to be a interesting year, as we've got some of the teams for Formula One have not confirmed their driver lineup.
yeah.
Oh, there we go, Forbidden, McLaren fan from day one. So you must be loving seeing the McLarens back up on the podium in Formula One with the likes of Lando Norris.
Yeah, 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 because over half of the teams haven't confirmed their driver lineups for next year either.
No, they haven't, and I'm really hoping that we'll see someone else in the seat at Aston Martin.
Oh yeah,
I
they,
I
they,
I hope.
they have to definitely get rid of him
Yeah,
after Tanner.
yeah. I'm not a fan of Stroll. And as Forbidden says here in the stream, Lando is a legend. I totally agree. I'm a big fan of old Lando Norris. Some don't like him. I do personally. I think he's a great little driver. Oscar Piastri, um,
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
the Aussie up there
yeah,
fighting it out as well. So
yeah,
that's a great one.
yeah, yeah, yes, that, that is correct. For Forbidden Hulkenberg is going to Sauber next year. We're ready for the big Audi rebrand in 2026.
That is correct. Yes, Nick Hulkenberg. He has secured his seat and secured his seat at Audi as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing Audi in into Formula One. I honestly
Yeah.
wish we would see a couple of different manufacturers, and I would like to see a couple of different manufacturers actually producing their own engines. That's what I personally would like to see.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, 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 well, we have Ford coming back into F1 to help with the, Red Bull engines.
I'm I'm a bit skeptical at the moment with Ford. Um, yeah, I would. I'm skeptical.
I, I, I get, because we cannot forget that the Red Bull team used to be owned by Ford.
True, true. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting year next year, and yeah, Forbidden. I 100% agree. Stroll needs to go. He is probably by far my least favorite
Yeah,
driver in Formula One. He's purely there because of Daddy's money, and yeah, he ruined Ricardo's race.
yeah,
I'm a big fan of old Danny Rick, but in all honesty, I think he's getting to the end of his Formula One career. Um, not not what I want to say or want to see, but yeah, unfortunately, I think old Danny Rick is at the end of it.
yeah,
The joys of Daddy being the boss. That is 100% true. So yeah, we've got 10 laps remaining. McFly still in the lead. Nice little 11th second margin over Captain Parallax. And we've got CMD Cirrus rounding out our podium in P3 at the moment.
yeah,
Woody Lizard up to P4 from the back of the grid. Dado Racer P5 at the moment. Unfortunate little incident for him, seeing him enter pit lane. And John Wade, Ashley Kutcher still at it, keeping it at the true ANZCRL spirit of never give up. Yeah, mate. I hope so.
Ooh,
If we
ooh,
can have Ricardo back in a Red Bull seat, I think he will. But I don't know. Hey, my money is still on um Sergio Perez. He's brilliant at the moment. I
yeah,
honestly think he is really shining at the moment in Formula
yeah,
One.
yeah, 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 yes, but, 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 we also have to remember it was Ricardo getting out of the Red Bull family that was the beginning of his downfall.
No, true, definitely. He should have never made the move to Renault. That's and McLaren. That was his downfall. Red Bull is definitely a dominating team. Yeah, that might be true. I think, uh, as you say there in the comments,
But
I would like to see older young Liam Lawson get a drive. Think that would be a brilliant uh, upbringing into Formula One.
yeah,
And that's Captain Parallax getting past
yeah,
CMD Cirrus.
they
As we see the Williams just get out of the way there. Great driving by both drivers. Going through the lapped traffic here.
yeah, yes, yes. But speaking of Red Bull's dominance, I, I don't know if you heard, but Anthony Newey has left the team.
Yes, no, I know that. one thing about Red Bull, and a lot of people at the moment are very against Max Verstappen just winning everything. Yes, I agree. If the race starts within 5 laps, we know Max is going to win the race.
Yes.
Unless the car breaks down, Max is going to win. But I cannot, and nobody can, deny that Max's driver ability, the fact that he can read the car, track, and the tire,
Yes.
he is on top of his game.
Yes.
He is, I believe, he's better than even Lewis Hamilton was at his peak.
Yes.
Because Lewis's peak was in the car, where Max, they've got the same 2 cars, and Max is just on top at the moment between him and Perez. But
Yeah. I mean, yes, but also Horner knows how to bring the best out of his drivers.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, we see 70 Sarahs into pit lane. Is this a mistake in pit strategy and just a bit of underfueled? Back out of it. P still running P3 at the moment, but that definitely closes the margin between him and Woody Lizard. So could we see a nice little battle here with 8 laps remaining? And yeah, Forbidden, as you say there, you know, I agree. I do agree with you. It's the team and the driver makes for the winning combination.
Yeah.
But I honestly, I wasn't a big fan of Max Verstappen when he started out. I think honestly his personality was so driven to win, it made him a bit of an arrogant person maybe in his starting years. But honestly, now that he's won a championship or 2 or 3, he has really become a seriously good driver, good drivability. He's a team player, and I'm a big fan of old Max Verstappen at the moment.
Yeah. Yes, and the reason why people don't like him is because he's dominating the sport. The same thing happened with Sebastian Vettel. People absolutely used to hate Sebastian when he was winning year after year, but when he went to Ferrari, he became one of the most beloved drivers on the grid.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, and as Forbidden just mentions there, it's true. Max is an unbelievable driver, but he is that extra 5% on top of every other driver at the moment. I mean, there's a couple of great young drivers coming into Formula One at the moment, and we're going to see them go very far. I'm quite interesting to see where old Carlos Sainz will land next year if he gets a drive. I really hope he does. I think Ferrari made a very big mistake taking Lewis Hamilton. And yeah, seeing Lewis in red is going to be weird. But yeah, let's get into this. We've got 6 laps remaining.
Yeah.
And McFly with another 18-second margin over Captain Parallax at the moment in the West McLaren, and McFly in the Renault. He's just up there at the moment in a world of his own, and fully focused on the laps ahead with 4 remaining. Make that 3 remaining as he's coming back up to the back of Dado Racer. And I have spoken because I said that the Bar Honda team is the only one out there, but it is the likes of Captain Parallax and Dado Racer, the West McLarens. Both cars still out on track. Blue flags for Dado as he gets out of the way, and that sends McFly through the tunnel. We can't deny it's been a great drive by all drivers tonight, but McFly has just been the Max Verstappen of the ANZCRL Combined Racing League's 2002 Formula One Championship, hosted here on Automobilista 2.
Yeah.
Strategy has been on par, and we see Dado in the back just losing the rear through turn 1. Let's see where Captain Parallax is on track. For 22 seconds. Coming across, start finish, heading into turn 1. I think those tires of Captain Parallax are definitely hurting at the moment. He's been out there on them for a little bit too long, maybe. You know, that strategy of his has really worked, putting him into P2 at the moment. Lucky strike bar Honda, as we have McFly coming up on Woody Lizard, to put a lap on him with 76 out of 78. Got 2 more to go. It's been a grueling race here at Monaco, with half of the field unfortunately having to retire. And this is lap 77 of 78. Captain Parallax coming through. He's on his lap 77 as well. And CMD Cirrus, where is he at the moment on track? I think he's 2 laps behind, lap 75 of 78. The Williams currently P3, running out the podium here. We should have McFly starting the final lap very shortly, and that is it. Final lap started by our race leader McFly. Jump on board as he takes us around Monaco one last time.
As he is going around the last couple corners.
Yeah, this has been a brilliant drive by McFly. That's a hat trick of wins here.
Around the final corner.
And that is it.
P1.
McFly takes the checkered flag and he wins the Monaco GP, and that is one part of the Triple Crown here at ANZCRL as we get on board with Captain Parallax as he rounds the final chicane. 2 more corners to go for him, and he will see checkered flag after 78 grueling laps.
And here comes Commander Series to hopefully take the fellowship of the podium.
Yeah, that was a bit of a that made my heart skip a beat there a bit as I saw him lock up and going through, and that is the final podium step for the Williams. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Appreciate the comment there. And we've got Woody Lizard coming around as well. He's got 85 seconds remaining to complete his lap. And I believe that is it.
Huh.
That is it. What a great race by our finishers here. Let's grab our podium finishers and hear from them how they found their race. P3 Cirrus, congratulations.
Congrats.
Thanks, guys. I'm happy with the result, but I'm not happy with my driving in that one. I was kind of got a bit lucky there.
Oh, mate, it's yeah, there was a couple of off tracks or a little bit of nicks, and we saw a unplanned pit stop, I believe.
Oh yeah, that one. I thought it was over at the end there. Yeah, I nicked the wall. A wall I've hit a few times during the race. And nothing
Yeah.
happened. This one was like the lightest I touched it, and the rear wing came off with 8 laps to go or something. And I thought, oh no, I'm gonna drop behind Dado and Woody, but the pit crew did a great job to replace that and get me out in front of them.
Yeah, great stuff, mate. That was a great drive, and congratulations. I must say you made my heart skip a beat here at the end as you cut the final chicane.
Yeah. It was really weird, and everyone was experiencing this with 30 laps to go. Around lap 50, the track just like lost all the grip, and it was so hard to drive. It was like driving on ice.
Yeah, I noticed the lap times dropping off, even for McFly and Captain Parallax, a couple of 19s and 20s, and yeah, it made it hard here towards the end, I believe.
I think that's where I got a bit lucky there. I think the guys ahead of me got caught out, like Chris the racer. I didn't think I was going to catch him. And yeah, Dado Woody, unlucky to Magic Mass as well. I saw
Yeah,
what happened
yeah,
there, and
yeah. I jumped on board his stream actually, and I noticed him just coming through the tunnel as you head into that chicane. He just straight lined it, stopped, and so I don't know if he had some failure or mechanical
he
failure.
had an incident with another driver, but I will leave that to the stewards. I won't comment anymore.
Yes.
But, yeah, yeah, it was tough out there, and that last lap, I think I had one, if not no, off tracks left, so I made sure I slowed right down to not gain an advantage. So
Awesome.
yeah.
But in any case, mate, congratulations, P3 at Monaco.
Yeah, I'm really happy. That was the goal going into this race, and yeah, again, just got really lucky at the end. Just kept going. But yeah, cheers.
Awesome stuff. I'll
Good
drop
job.
Thanks, Mitchie.
I'll drop you back in, and that is CMD Cirrus, our P3 pole sitter, running out the podium. So let's get Captain Parallax in, our P2. Captain Parallax, welcome. Congratulations, P2.
Thank you very much. That was exhausting. That was a bit trial by fire, honestly.
I can imagine that was exhausting. 78 grueling laps around Monaco is definitely not easy.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it was just a good race, to be honest, from the beginning. Stuck behind a few people, but there was a bit of contact with, I think it was Cirrus.
Yeah.
No damage, luckily. I mean, I got away with way too many wall taps. I think maybe
I
one of the
noticed
damage
that.
was just set to low or something. But yeah.
Yeah, so I noticed a couple of wall taps, and I thought to myself, "Oh, please, just no damage."
Yeah, got very lucky, to be honest. I probably should have gotten some damage, but got away with a lot there.
Yeah, no, it's great drive, man. You went long at the end, I believe, because I think I saw McFly pit, and you closed the margin, and it was just over a second coming into turn 2. And I thought to myself, I wonder if you still needed to pit, but you made it to the end.
That's right. Yeah, I decided to pit under safety car. I like full fuel, and I think my mistake was choosing softs again. If I'd gone to the hards, maybe they would have lasted, but they were just shot with 20 laps to go. The
Yeah.
instant was gone. So,
I thought that because I could see the lap times being very inconsistent from you, and the only thing that I could think was definitely tire grip had got away from you.
yeah, absolutely. It was, yeah, not my finest moment. I mean, I could see that. I forget his name, but he was leading the whole race.
Oh, McFly.
McFly, yes. McFly, I saw him with the 10-second penalty. I'm like, oh, hello, could be on for something here.
Yeah.
But no, I couldn't quite keep within it. The tires were just too far gone, and yeah, he had obviously had put fresh ones on, so nothing really I could do. Just had to hang on.
Well, mate, congratulations. That's P2 at Monaco, and that's P2 in one part of the Triple Crown.
Thank you very much. It was a great race. I'd do it again. Maybe just not soon, but I'd definitely do it again.
We'll come back next year, and you can get a crack at the Triple Crown, one part of the Triple Crown again here at Monaco.
Absolutely. All right, thanks.
Congratulations in P2.
Thank you.
So that was our P2 sitter, Captain Parallax. Let's grab our winner, McFly. Welcome, McFly. Congratulations, P1.
G'day, lads. Thanks very much.
Yeah, that's a hat trick.
Yeah, well done. Yeah,
Yeah, very happy.
well done.
Great management there, great pit strategies, and it just seemed to work for you perfectly.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to call what the ideal strategy was going to be, but I kind of decided late in the picture that if I could get pole, that the best strategy would to be put the softs on and just disappear as quickly as possible, which seemed to play out until I got a penalty for speeding the pits.
Unfortunately, we didn't see that, but yeah, I just heard from Captain Parallax that he saw your penalty, and he thought if he was able to just keep up there towards the end, but with fading tires, he just couldn't keep it within that 10-second margin.
Yeah, I'm not certain, but I have a feeling that he stopped during the safety car and put on the hard tire, which is I was very close to doing the same thing. I was unsure.
Yeah, I was wondering who's going to swap between hards and softs here, and yeah, towards the end, it seemed like a couple of guys had some fading tires, and we heard from P3 Commander Sarah's that it seems like the track faded away towards the end.
Yeah, something like that. I honestly think it was a bit of a bug. It doesn't seem like it happened to everyone, but it definitely happened to me around lap 50, where it genuinely just felt like the rear wing had been taken off your car.
Wow.
You probably could have seen it in the lap times, because I think from about lap 50 on, I was about 2 seconds a lap slower for the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw that because I saw a couple of very, very high 19s, 20s for Captain Parallax, and I even said to myself, he is definitely struggling on tires.
Yeah, it certainly feels like it was more than that. The grip just disappeared. It
Yeah.
was worse than anything I experienced in practice or at any point. It was very, very tricky.
Oh, but well, look, you had it from the start. You led every lap of the race, and we saw a nice little safety car, which really bunched up the field. I honestly thought I would see a couple more wave buyers. Um, Unfortunately, we didn't, but it
Yeah.
really spiced up the race towards the end.
Yeah, that kind of worked out for me too. It was a little strange. As soon as the safety car was out from in front of me, it called green, so I got to go very early.
Yeah, that helped as well because it just made you bounce ahead a couple of seconds, and you just extended it from there. So yeah, great drive, mate. Great drive.
Thanks very much. Good work, guys.
And yeah, congratulations on
Congratulations again.
yeah winning
Awesome.
one part of the Triple Crown.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome. See you at round 6.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, that is it for our coverage of the Monaco GP, part of the Triple Crown, and thanks, Mitch, for sticking around for 78 laps around Monaco.
Okay, that was definitely a hard race to call.
It definitely was, yeah. It could have gone any way, any direction, and could have been anyone's to win at the end. One small mistake with a track with very little margin for error. So it's yeah, a grueling little race done. Thanks for bidding. Um, Thanks for sticking around here to the end. Glad you enjoyed the little interviews there of the podium finishes. And we'll catch you for the next race next Sunday, same time, same place, for round 6 of the ANZCRL Combined Racing League 2002 F1 Championship, hosted on Automobilista 2. And yeah, if anyone wants to get on board and get in on the racing action, catch us on Facebook, Instagram, or on Just Race. Just search for ANZCRL. Thanks, Mitch. Have yourself a good night. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in to tonight's live coverage of the Formula One race.
The, 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 okay,